Well, it's not mine.
It's not mine either.
It's got to be one of you.
Maybe it's you.
It's not.
There's no TVs anywhere.
I don't have a TV on right now.
Johanna, it's got to be you.
It's not me.
Is there a TV on somewhere in your apartment right now?
No.
Liar!
Sean and the baby are asleep.
What are you hearing? Because I'm not hearing a TV. Johanna, are you hearing the TV?
No, all I'm hearing is the cars outside.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. All right. Just
Yeah,
do this.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but for some reason there's been a lot of ambulances lately, but I'll just try to mute as much as possible.
No, it gives our show some street cred.
I know. 50 drive-bys. The Agents of Helm.
Man, I got this mousetrap. It is the most dangerous freaking thing in the world. You should not get your mousetraps at the 99-cent store.
What, did you get like a glue trap or you got like a trap?
I got a mousetrap, and it's like
With a spring. A spring
yeah,
trap.
it is like
Oh my
the
goodness.
spring is like the most temperamental little thing. Anyway, whenever you're ready.
It's already recording.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. All right. Greetings, plebeians, and welcome to the Agents of Helm. Give the people a hearty hello, Joe and Johanna.
Hello!
You down with GLT? Yeah, you know me.
No matter if you're from the North, Dorne, Marine, or Castle Rock, we welcome you to our sweet haven where you may saddle up to our warm hearth and drink our thick mead and enjoy another edition of the weekly update starring, oh, you guessed it, because it doesn't take the red woman and you don't need to slice your hand and feed your blood to a witch for you to divine. We'll be talking about Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 2, The House of Black and White, or as we like to call it, the episode where Season 5 actually starts. That's right, after spending the entire first episode reminding us what everyone is doing, the show got on with the story. We got to see Brienne chop some faces after finally bumping into Sansa. It's been like freaking Pee Wee Herman and his bike up in there. Samwell steps up as the Karl Rove of Castle Rock. Jaime and Bronn begin their buddy movie adventure, and of course Khaleesi. Oh, Khaleesi. And young Arya finally gets somewhere. Joe, I'm hyperventilating here. Help me out.
Well, you left off with Arya. So Arya, she finally gets to the House of Black and White. That's the name of your episode. In Bravo, she turns in her coin in exchange for a trip to the House of Black and White. When she gets there, she's rejected by supposed to be Jagan Hagar. Am I saying his name right?
I think it is Jack and Hagar. I say it wrong.
Jagan Hagar.
Jagan Hagar.
Jagan Hagar. Yeah.
Jagan.
Jagan Hagar. Okay. Anyway, she knocks
She had
on
her
the
coin.
door.
She threw the coin in the water. So
Well, prior to throwing the coin in the water, remember, she knocks on the door and she asks the stranger that opens it, she goes, "I'm here for Jagan Hagar." And he's like, "No one by that name lives here." And then he just like slams the door in her face. And she camps out there
Joe,
for
maybe you're getting a little ahead of yourself. Maybe you
Am
should
I?
rewind it a little bit and take them back to give them some context, maybe earlier on in the story. For the other characters, because it wasn't just Arya. I
It's
feel like
not
Arya
all
was like
about Arya. It's, okay. You touched on Brienne and Podrick. They run across Sansa in a bar, in a tavern. Podrick notices Littlefinger and Sansa. And, Brienne, she made that promise to, oh my God, what's her name? Catelyn Stark? Is it Catelyn?
Catelyn, yeah.
Catelyn Stark.
Katniss.
Catnip. Which is what she was turned into. Anyway, she made that promise that she would protect her Catelyn's daughters, and so she goes to live up to that promise. She introduces herself to Sansa, and Sansa wants nothing to do with her. She tells her, "Listen, I don't need your protection. I'm with the Littlefinger dude here." And Littlefinger dispenses his knights to try and kill Brienne and Podrick, but of course they're unsuccessful, and now Brienne and Podrick are on a mission to get Sansa back.
She's the Chrome Stormtrooper, Joe. You can't kill the Chrome Stormtrooper. They're not Jedis.
Yeah, they're like 2 steps below.
They're like way more than 2 steps below.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
guys
They
are
got-
just sell
they got-
swords. Sell
They
swords.
got, they got some power. Anyway, then we also have Cersei. Cersei's in fear of her daughter's life because her daughter is in Dorne with the Oberyn family, with the Martell family, right? So now she thinks because the Mountain killed Oberyn Martell,
Well, he
that
didn't just
now
kill him. He like squished his face.
squished his head like a grape. I know.
And I love how like they've shown that like in every single trailer.
Yeah, they keep showing that last fight,
They
the last seconds of that fight.
Miss Oberyn. That's
Yeah, but
fine.
yeah, he was a great character. Too bad he had to go. But Cersei's now worried about her daughter's life. So what does she do? She tells her brother, aka Daddy, her daughter's dad, hey, we need to get her out of there. So Jaime Lannister is under this covert mission to rescue his daughter.
Now it
And
didn't seem like she expected him to do it. Do you think she did expect him to do it, and she was just playing like she didn't expect him to do it, or do you think she was genuinely surprised that he stepped up in that way?
Well, I think she kind of put him in a bad spot. Like he
Definitely.
had no choice because the way she like dismissed his loyalty and everything, and made him feel bad because he only had one hand. So
Yeah, it's a
he's
low blow. It's a low blow.
yeah, he's got to prove himself now. He says, "I'm a man. I'm the Kingslayer." Dude, ask somebody. So he's gonna go and he's gonna try to rescue his daughter. And who does he enlist for help? None other than Bronn. The guy. When's the last time we saw Bronn?
I think when when Bronn backed out, Bronn was like, "See ya, Tyrion."
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to
He was
be
like, Tyrion, I gotta go, buddy. I got this girl waiting for me, and I'm gonna get my own castle. I gotta roll. So now we get with Bronn, and what does Jaime Lannister promise him? A better looking woman and a bigger castle. So Bronn's all in.
You gotta love him. You gotta love Bronn.
You gotta love him. And then, of course, my favorite, Daenerys. She's a Marine. She's captured.
It sounded like you
what is
said she's a Marine, which she's not a Marine.
She's in Marine. Or is it pronounced Marine?
Marin?
Marin?
Marin County?
Yeah,
It's
Marin
kinda
County. Yeah,
Kind of like California.
Mirin. Let's call it Mirin. Okay.
Mirin. That's rice wine. That's
Yeah.
Japanese rice wine.
That's where Khaleesi is. Daenerys Targaryen, aka Khaleesi, is Mirin. Is a Marine, Mirin, whatever. She captures the son of Harpy and wants to put him on trial. If you don't remember last episode, I guess the son of Harpy killed one of the Unsullied, so she wants to bring that person to justice. She captures him this episode, wants to put him on trial, tells everyone to stay away from him. But of course, Massador can't help it.
Now, Massador is kind of like the spokesman for the slaves, right?
For the slaves, for the ex-slaves.
Yeah, there's no slaves in.
Yeah, there's no slaves anymore. So, the newly freed slaves, he is their like spokesperson, and he wants to kill the son of Harpy because he knows prior to when they were slave owners, they weren't very nice to them. So he wanted to kill him right away, and he took his opportunity, and he did. He does kill the son of Harpy, which would be very detrimental to his health, because Khaleesi now is put in a tough spot where she has to provide some justice for that killing, and she ends up beheading Massador, and you can only imagine that the ex-slaves were not all but too happy about that. So
they were livid.
Yeah, they were very upset, and they started.
You do not throw rocks at the mother of dragons.
Well, they really haven't. They've only seen one dragon, and it burned a baby, right? Uh, so I mean, they're not that scared of it yet. There's only burned one baby. I think the dragon's gonna have to come and burn down like half a village or something before they get really scared of
Okay,
the dragon.
before we talk about the last shot of well, yeah, the two last shots of the movie. Well, specifically the last shot of the movie. I mean, of the show. I just got to say, in my two because I gave this a lot of thought on my way to work when I saw it happen, and you know, I think she did the right thing. I mean, if he was a loyal servant to her, but at the same time, he didn't do it so much out of loyalty for her, like he said. It was more an act of vengeance, I think. That's how I felt about it. I felt like it was an act of vengeance that he did it and he put her in a bad spot and left her with no choice. My other option, I think, would have been to like if they had some sort of like horrible punishment where you like lash somebody like a million times, you know, where they don't have any skin on their back anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then he went to jail for like the rest of his life, you know, and then you gave him the choice and you said you can either choose death or you can choose a life where you would where death would be your only reprieve. Maybe like a situation like that, maybe, but she had to do something pretty drastic, you know.
I mean, I think that she should have killed him in the pyramid and not made it this huge ass thing because the harpy guy was killed in the pyramid, right? So kill that dude in the pyramid and then, you know, we're done with it. Instead, she had this gigantic public gathering to kill one of the former slaves. Like, it makes it look like she's singling out this particular person and giving them an extremely public and humiliating death.
Which is kind of no different than what the previous leaders had done.
Yeah.
Except I don't think she's going to hang this guy on a cross outside, you know, on the road to Marine, right? So I don't think she's going to go that far, but I definitely thought it was the wrong decision to kill him in front of the other slaves or the ex-slaves rather.
Well, if she was going to kill him, then that's the way she should have killed him. I think that was the right thing to do. Now, whether it was politically savvy or not, we could argue about that. But if
Yeah,
she
I
was
don't
going to
think it
do it,
was.
then she should have done it in the bright light of day, and you know, made. I mean, what's the point of killing him if you're not going to like if it's not going to serve as an example to others?
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I think in the past she showed a little more mercy, and now it just seems like she's obviously less merciful than she used to be. Um, and I don't know why that change is
Yeah.
taking place.
I just don't,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know how, like, what the evolution was to
yeah,
that.
I don't know why that change took place.
I mean, I don't know. I
Um,
don't know if you can really say that there has been like a huge evolution. I mean, she definitely has been done some very violent things. You know, I mean,
but
the
to other
revolution,
violent people, I
the
mean, people that
revolutions
she
that went on.
knows.
He killed somebody. He killed somebody in cold
I
blood.
I understand that, but he killed a killer, right?
Hey, he was innocent in the eyes of American law.
Well, this is not
Yeah, but this
America.
is Maronese law.
This is not America,
Erin
and
County,
she did,
California.
and we know he already confessed to the murder. Because what's his face? Oh my God,
Under torture.
whatever. If you bury yourself in a wall to hide from somebody, yeah, you did something wrong.
I probably would not have kept the like fancy mask with me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If I was gonna hide in the
seriously.
wall. That was awfully convenient.
He's in a wall with the mask.
And the sword and the knife.
Exactly. So, you know, yeah, he's guilty.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna. But the point is that he was killed in cold blood after there was a strict order, you know, for his protection. Anyway, when things looked at their bleakest, when things looked like they just couldn't get any worse for our poor Khaleesi, guess who shows up, Joe?
Dragon? What the hell's his name?
Dragon. Dragon.
Dragon.
Drogon.
Drogon.
Anyway, the dragon is back. The big one, not the two little ones that are. What the hell happened? Oh, they're still locked
They're
up
like
in a
in the
little
basement.
dungeon.
They're like in the
Yeah.
basement.
They're in punishment. They're in timeout. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the dragon's back, and I was like wondering. I was just kind of wishing that he would just burn the whole city down at that point when he flies over it, but no such luck.
Yeah, I think HBO and Game of Thrones teases us. At least I feel this way. Teases us too much with the dragons. Like I remember in the promos last year for season 4, they would show like the dragon shadow flying over like Westeros and whatnot.
Well,
Uh,
on the subway, the main poster for Game of Thrones, it shows Tyrion on a boat looking out at the huge dragon coming through the mist. Like that
yeah,
is
So that's got to
that,
happen.
that's
it's
gotta
not gonna
happen.
happen. It's not gonna happen.
Shut
We didn't
up.
get.
In my mind, it's happening right
It's gonna,
now.
I mean, he's heading that way. He's heading towards her,
He's heading. I mean, they're gonna
and
hook
the
up, but
and the
they
dragon's
teased us
there.
too much with the dragons. I don't. I want less teasing and more burning. That's what I want. But I don't think we're gonna get that. I think it's just too special effects heavy on HBO to grant us that. But yeah, it was great seeing the dragon. I'm glad he's back. But he's like, yeah, what's up? You're not putting me in the dungeon. So then he took off. Um,
I think he made his point that he's there and he's there
he's
for
watching
her
out, and
in her time of
like
need.
it seemed like a little time away, and now he's calmed down. He grew a little. Now he wants to see mommy again.
We talked.
So
I think Johanna, you mentioned like the spider and the imp getting their own spin-off, and I mentioned
Oh, yeah.
Jamie and Bronn getting their own buddy action movie. Yeah, I definitely think we should have like a spin-off where it's the adventures of Dragon, like the Forgotten Years or whatever.
The Forgotten
the
Dragon.
forgotten years. He's only been gone like a month.
Like whatever he was doing at that time, I want to know. I want to see it.
Yeah, now you talk about time. I don't know what. I think we talked about this a while back, but I'm not really sure the passage of time, how it's handled on the show. I don't think it's really handled at all.
It's a different world, Joe.
I
Winter
understand
lasts
it's a
10
different
years.
world, but time is something you don't get away with. Time is time. It doesn't
Well,
change.
if winter can last 10 years, that means a month can be like 2 years. My math's not the best, but I think that's what it is.
So, yeah, because they're like, we're going as far south as we can go. Now, is it going to take them? Is it going to take Tyrion and Lord Varys the entire season to get to Khaleesi?
I mean, I don't know. The walkers are still walking,
Yeah, the
so
walkers are still
Yeah,
going. Who
seriously.
knows where the hell they are? I gave up on that. But is it going to take them like all season just to get to Khaleesi? Is it going to end with Tyrion getting off the boat and be like, "What's up, Daenerys?" And then
And
season over?
probably.
I hope not. But yeah, I'm thinking that the Jaime Lannister rescue of the daughter is going to take like 8 episodes. I'm sure
I
he'll get
don't.
captured.
I'm not 100% sure about that, and I really hope that because they just keep hyping up the Sand Snakes, who
Yeah.
like Ilaria mentions at one
Yeah.
point. They're like just these badass girls who can do all sorts of stuff. So I don't know why they're being hyped up so much. I would imagine because they're going to get into some sort of conflict with Jamie and Bronn.
Yeah.
But who knows with this show? It could be like one scene and then they're gone.
Well, I don't know. Let's start taking some bets now. I don't think Bronn's coming back. I mean, I think
Oh.
he's going to be with him on the mission, but I think once he got promised the bigger castle and the better-looking woman, I think he's pretty much as good as dead.
Redemption arc.
Yeah, I can see. He doesn't need redemption. He doesn't need redemption for. He's like one of the most solid characters in the show. Jamie
It's-
might need redemption. Cersei definitely needs redemption. Littlefinger. There's a lot of characters that need redemption on that show.
Well,
But
I think you're right. I guess as a general like knave sellsword, redemption.
I don't think both of them are making it back. One of them is definitely gone. I'm going to say Bronn is going to get killed. But
Honestly, like nobody gets a redemption arc in this series.
yeah, everybody's bad. I think the purest guy in the show is the person I want to talk about next, is Jon Snow.
What? I was gonna say Arya.
Like Snow.
No,
What about
Jon Snow
Arya?
definitely.
No,
Jon
Arya is a
Snow.
murderer.
No, Jon
Yeah,
Snow.
Arya lists the people she wants to kill and then
Yeah,
kills
Arya's a
people.
murderer. Jon Snow is
Yeah.
a pretty good, upstanding guy.
He's a good egg.
No, I disagree with
He's
that.
a good guy, and
First of all, he's a drip. Second of all, he
well, he's
like
a good guy.
True.
he was totally willing to break his vows and run off with the redhead.
But
Yeah,
he didn't. But he
and
didn't.
he did it. They did it. They took off, and he took off like at the very beginning of his like right after he made his vows. I think he took off and went AWOL. To go join the war. So like he's always kind of done his own thing, and
He's always changed his mind and done the right thing.
Yes, that's the thing. He always does the right thing, and he doesn't run from a fight.
I can't believe you guys are like jumping on the John bandwagon. You guys were with me before when we thought that he was a boring character.
No, I don't. No, I think it is boring. But we're talking about whether he's a good guy or not. He's a good guy. He's always going to try. He's always going to do the right thing.
That part
And
in
he's
the
always
book,
going to stand up for his fellow man.
every time there is a chapter about fucking Jon Snow, I'm like, fuck this shit. This is so boring. And I'm glad that that scene where he gets elected or whatever, like that scene takes 100 pages to fucking go through in the book. It's horrible. It's torture. So the fact that they were able to turn it into 2 minutes of like, oh, Jon Snow, okay, vote, Jon Snow.
It was very dramatic too. I got excited listening to this. I mean, you know Sam's gonna speak up, and you're like nervous for him. And then when he finally does, and he tears what's his name a new hole. The guy that like
Yeah, he's like, you were hiding with the wildling, and you were hiding in there peeing on yourself. Pretty
Well,
much.
you were, oh yeah.
That's what he said. I mean, he didn't say peeing, but he was like, you soiled in your own, whatever.
I mean, he's always had like something special, you know, to him. Like, I mean, he is the one that like killed like they made fun of him for it. Like, I forgot what they called him, but they kind of teased him about it.
Slayer.
Right, but he did
Slayer.
friggin' kill a White Walker, and
He killed
But-
two things. He killed the White Walker, and he killed something else that was pretty rare. He talked about it last episode. I can't remember what the other thing was, but
my point is that in this episode though, you finally see him like visibly, like not in the shadows, not at night, but like he like in the main hall, he steps up and like he delivers that speech, and he does it with such authority that now you realize that he's actually going to be a force to be reckoned with on the show. Like he's gonna like be important. He's gonna have some rank. He's gonna carry some weight besides his fat ass.
yeah. But I think now if Jon Snow, I mean, they didn't say whether he accepted the command of the Night Watch or not, but
It looks
chances
like
are he will. He will accept it, and I think he'll probably make that guy, what's his name, Sam,
Samwell Tarly.
Sandwich. Anyway, he's
Yeah,
gonna make
and
him.
right.
He's gonna make him his right hand man. He's gonna make him someone important.
And what I'm saying is that with that speech that he gave, I think he earned a lot of respect.
Yeah.
Where it might seem that he actually deserves whatever comes to him, whatever
Yeah.
good things come to him.
Yeah, he's got an instant family to worry about now. So
No, I would rather talk about Arya though. I think she's like the true hero of the show. She's the one because it's all about getting vengeance. Like Jon Snow, he was ready to like kneel to Stannis. No, she would never do that. She would just slice him in the throat. I don't know if he's on her list or not, but
No, I don't think she has no idea who Stannis is.
she's got the sister. She's got the old pervy guy. The mountain, and then
These
one
guys,
other.
so, good for her.
What's the other guy? She's got one more, right? There's 4 names on there now. I think a lot of people died.
Yeah, a lot of people died already.
They were on her list, but there's one more. I can't remember who it is because she just kept saying their names over and over again, waiting at the steps of the Black and White House.
Oh yeah, yeah. She kept repeating all the names. Yeah.
It's like like that's what you're supposed to do if you're like a monk or you want to become a monk. You wait at the Tibetan, monk house, whatever it's called, and you wait 3 days for them to like open the door. They'll keep telling you no, and you just keep waiting. Eventually, they let you in. And she gave up. She walked away.
See now, if she was at it's kind of similar to what you're saying. But in like kung fu movies, it's the Shaolin Temple, right? Anybody wants to
Right.
become Shaolin, they just gotta wait outside until they get selected. And she just like waited like a day, and she was like, "I'm out of here."
It was a long time.
Tosses the coin in the river or
It
in the
was
water.
raining.
Yeah. She's like, "I'm out of here." Tosses the coin. But what cracked me up was when Jagan Hakar, whatever his name is, when he takes off the mask, Mission
Dun,
Impossible
dun,
style.
dun, dun, dun,
I was like,
dun.
dude, what are you, Tom Cruise? He just takes it off. I'm like, okay, is that supposed to be a mask, or are you doing magic? You know, because this is not the first time he's been in disguise, right?
Yeah, he says
And
he's
and,
no one.
and is that and the face that we see at the end, is that his real face, or is that just another disguise?
Well, that's it. That's just it. He is no one, Joe. Didn't you hear him?
Yeah.
He explained
Yeah, I
it.
understand it. He's no one, but you got to be he's no one, but he's got to be someone
That's
all at
what,
the same time.
No, I think you just got your mind blown because he's just no one. He doesn't have to be someone.
No one can stand in front of you.
Right.
So he's someone, but he's no one.
He's just no one.
He's no one.
But who's
So
on first?
So now she can become part of this elite assassin crew, or what?
I just want to see what's going on. If I'm gonna get pissed off if next episode they do one of those things where it's like all about Bran, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, we could tell you. Let me see if let's see if we can. Let's see what next week's episode could possibly be about.
So right here is where we're gonna insert the teaser for next week.
All right. Next week's episode is called The High Sparrow.
Oh,
the Sparrows
they're
are the new sect.
the religious guys.
Yes. So in Bravos, Arya sees the many-faced god. In King's Landing, Queen Marjorie enjoys her new husband. And Tyrion and
God.
Varys walk the long bridge of Volantis.
Isn't her new husband like 12?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in Game of Thrones that's about right.
Well, I'm
about
sure
the
it's
right
fun
age.
for him. Can't be too much fun for her.
Who knows? She looks like she's kind of into some kinky shit.
But yeah, I mean, definitely looking forward to next week. But yeah, it doesn't. There's no mention of Daenerys Targaryen, so I'm already a little upset.
Yeah. Well, I think we've been at it for a while, guys.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
That was good, Johanna. That was good. On that note, I think looking forward to next week. We can all say we're excited about this episode. I think we can all agree that this was an improvement over last week's show, and we're still a little wary. I think we're all a little wary that they're gonna end up, like the Spider and the Imp are gonna be on the road forever, and Jamie and Bronn are gonna be traveling for the duration of the season. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And everybody stay tuned because we'll be back next week with another exciting edition of Game of Thrones weekly update with the Agents of Helm. In the meantime, though, be sure you tune in this week later on around Thursday, Friday for our next episode of our main show, which, can you guys help me here? Is it... Oh, it's the question show, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Where we explore the deepest, darkest questions of the subconscious and the conscious. Did that sound? Did I sell it? Did I sell it very well?
The conscious and subconscious. Everything you always want to know, but we're too afraid to ask.
That's a good one. Joe. I like that. Right. And so Malik will be your host, and we're all definitely looking forward to that. So that'll be coming at you later this week. And until then, have a great week and a good night. Say good night, folks.
Later.
Beep 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 beep. Nickelodeon. I don't know where that came from. Sorry, guys.
That's what happens when you have a 3-year-old.
Oh my god! What is this?
It came from the scripted show.
What? Do, 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 do. Oh my goodness, you're right. Yeah.
Dude, what it had to be? What episode was it when you used your, I don't know, I want to say like your Casio keyboard? You're like dun, 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 dun. Oh, where's the zombies?
It was the apocalypse episode.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you were on. I don't think you were on yet.
Yes, there was one that I was on that was like the apocalypse, and we had to plan our date, our apocalyptic date, and stuff. And then Lorenzo, like, saying some, like, there was a thing. There's a Casio thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Lorenzo.
You added.
me up.
Well, I know Joe did it in post. So
Yeah, I added. Yeah, he sent it to me, and I added the song at the end. And I remember I listened to it like 10 times.
because it was so awesome.
No, because I was trying to get it right, and I was like, dun, 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 dun. And I remember just cracking up listening to it.
Yeah, it was good. I don't think it got the screen time that it deserved.
We could always bring it back, Lorenzo.
Yeah, we can bring it back. I'm gonna do a new rendition of it. I'm gonna spice it up.
Yay.
Yeah, that was good times.
It's like that song Taylor did. I don't remember what it was about. Was it about the 4th of July?
Taylor
it wasn't
did
on
a
the
song?
show. But he sent it to all of us.
Joe, are you still recording?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can stop
recording.
it.
Hold on, I'm just